In some cities, your grave is not forever. You can be buried, and then 15 years later, the government digs you back up. It is not a punishment, it is math, because the world is quietly running out of room to bury the dead. The cemeteries we have used for centuries, the ones on the edge of town, are filling up. And what cities are doing about it is stranger than you would ever guess. I am James. This is Eternal Rest, where we talk honestly about death, money, and the things nobody warns you about. Today, the global space crisis happening 6 feet under. Let me start with how big this is. Back in 2013, a survey of cemeteries in England found that nearly half of them would run out of space within 20 years. And in big cities, it is already happening. Land near a city is worth a fortune, and a cemetery uses that land once, and then it is gone forever. Or at least that used to be the rule. Take Singapore. It is one of the most crowded places on earth, and it simply ran out of room. So in 1998, the government made a hard decision. If you are buried in Singapore today, your grave is only guaranteed for 15 years. After that, the remains are exhumed and the land is reused. There is now only one active cemetery left in the entire country. Imagine being told your resting place comes with an expiration date. Other cities went a different way. In London, they are reaching back into the past. Under their rules, if a grave has sat untouched for 75 years, the cemetery can reclaim it. They use a method called lift and deepen. They carefully raise the old remains, dig the grave deeper, rebury the original occupant lower down, and that leaves room for someone new on top. The same plot used twice, a century apart. And then there is Brazil, which decided that if you cannot build out, you build up. In the city of Santos, there is a cemetery that is 14 stories tall. It holds the Guinness record as the tallest cemetery in the world. 108 meters of tombs stacked into the sky. When the soccer legend Pele died, he was buried there on the 9th floor, overlooking the stadium where he became famous. So why is this happening now, all at once? A few reasons stack up. The world's population is aging, so more people are reaching the end of life every year. Cities keep growing outward, swallowing the open land where cemeteries used to expand, and land near any major city is simply too valuable to set aside forever. Now you might think this is a faraway problem, something for crowded cities overseas. It is not. In the United States, cemeteries in and around our biggest cities are full or close to it. New York, Boston, San Francisco. Once a historic cemetery sells its last plot, that is it, there are no more. And basic economics takes over. When something stops being made and demand keeps rising, the price goes up. A burial plot in a desirable area has quietly become a scarce asset, worth far more than the family paid for it decades ago. And that is the part that actually matters for you. Because if a plot is now a scarce and valuable asset, then a plot sitting unused in your family is not just an old piece of paper. It is worth real money. Maybe your family bought several years ago in a cemetery that is now nearly full. Those plots can be sold to a family who needs one and cannot buy a new one because there are none left. That is what we do at Eternal Rest. We are a marketplace for burial plots. We help families sell the plots they will never use, and we help families buy one for less than the cemetery would charge, if the cemetery even has any left. So, quick recap. Cities around the world are running out of burial space. Some reuse old graves, some build straight up. And that scarcity is making the plots people already own genuinely valuable. If you have one sitting in the family, it is worth finding out what it is worth. There is a link below. It costs nothing to look. I am James. This is Eternal Rest. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.